like to greet all human beings all around the world with universal greetings of peace, blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you are the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you like me, my YouTube videos, like what I say. It doesn't matter whether you give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It doesn't even matter whether you're my family, friends, or my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter if you light-skinned or dark-skinned. I greet all you all with the same universal greetings. All right, now, of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Today happened to be what they call Throwback Thursday, April the 30th, 2020, the time being about 9:28 a.m. 2020, time of the vision, a good vision, time for change, for those that want to change. You remember when Harriet Tubman was freeing the slaves in the Underground Railroad, she said she freed 1,000 slaves. She could have freed 1,000 more if she only could convince them that they were slaves. Some people that you can't convince that they are in what you call mental slavery. Mental slavery is worse than physical slavery. Physical slavery, you constantly recognize by shackles on your feet and chains on your hands. In mental slavery, if you let Satan capture your mind or have your mind in captivity, you will be in mental slavery. But what I want to talk about today is, just a couple individuals. It may be the same individuals. It's two of them. They say that I make my YouTube videos for attention. Well, if I'm making it for attention, and you don't like me making it for attention, whether it's for me or somebody else, remember, it's Raymond Ivy YouTube channel. There's nothing that you can do about it but keep running your mouth and keep watching it. It must be something about it that you like. You see, one thing about me, different than KFES 12 here in Southeast Missouri, out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri News, what's different than me and some of them in some of the local newspapers and some of the so-called leaders, black and whites here in Charleston, Missouri, or in Mississippi County. We'll just say Charleston, Missouri, since that's where I live, the county being Mississippi. What's different than me, they'll show on the news, just like about maybe 3 or 4 years ago, give or take, a white church in the town, and I'm not just saying it because it's white. They have a lot of popularity of having churches coming down from other states and having events for people in the community. That's all good. But then when you have churches coming down from another state, and you supposed to have room and board for them, you supposed to provide everything that they need when they come. All they supposed to do is provide their services as far as helping you with the children's in all the events that you have. But then, I know personally that I talked to some that came from Arkansas that don't come back down no more because when they came down, the particular white preacher with a big white church, you see what I'm saying? I'll take that back, big white church, but a big church, he reneged on them. I asked them, how's everything going? Because my children's got to knowing them, when they were smaller. And I used to take them over there. But they said that this would be their last year. That would be their last year. And I asked them why. He said all those slides, water slides and things like that, them and their church had to go to Walmart and buy it themselves because the particular preacher who's having events didn't provide it. So if he did this to them, who else he did it to? But let me show you what KFES 12 did. And he was a part along with it. You had bunch of black children out there. Normally it's 90% black children. It's hot outside. They got water slides. He had KFVS 12 out there showing all the black children with no shirts, no pants, just shorts, no shoes and no socks. And then he was giving them clothes as if the parents sent their children and they didn't have clothes. Now you had some of these black leaders out here, they was complaining about it, telling me about it, want me to complain about it openly, but if they just talking among themselves and not complaining about it, why should I? But I'm just letting you see some of the things. Now why would you have KFVS 12 put all them black children on there as if their parents don't have clothes for them? If it's hot outside and they got water slides and things like that, it's naturally that the kids gonna take their shirts off. It's naturally they ain't gonna have on long pants, they gonna have on shorts. It's naturally that they're not gonna have on socks and shoes. But this is some of the things that I'm just showing you that the sellout blacks and the white supremacists don't like me talking about. But they can talk about negative things about me, my children, and my family. You see what I'm saying? That's not even true. But let me tell you this here. What I'm doing what God wants me to do. And if anybody don't like it, it's best not to really look at it. You see what I'm saying? You say that I'm coming for attention. All right now, if you don't like the attention that I'm getting, which I'm not looking for attention or popularity. I'm not looking to get paid. All I'm doing is reporting what KFVS 12 ain't gonna report in our neighborhood. When I say our neighborhood, yeah, I'm black, I live in the black neighborhood. The politicians ain't gonna do it. Only time you see the politicians when it's time to vote. Only time you see these so-called leaders, black and white, is when some type of event is coming up and they want to show y'all, they want to get on the corners where everybody can see them passing out food. Everybody can see them having some type of event in the open. You see what I'm saying? One thing about it, when those clocks is punched out, if it's shooting in the community, you ain't gonna see none of them around. You know why you ain't gonna see them around? Because it don't benefit them. Now don't get me wrong. You have some people in this town that care, black and white. You have some people in the 33rd Circuit Court in Mississippi County that do care, black and white. You have some people at the police department, Charleston, Missouri Police Department in Mississippi County that do care, black and white. You have some in the Mississippi County Sheriff Department that do care. But you don't have a lot of them. The leaders, they show, their action speaks louder than their words. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to continue to open up the minds and give people information that won't be otherwise given to them unless it's showing something good these people allegedly doing. You see what I'm saying? You know, you can say that you're doing something good, but how many of these people that y'all know that some of their family members done complained about some of these same preachers touching their kids? You see what I'm saying? How many of y'all know that how many of these preachers and these leaders is going around here taking some of these people that need it, buying their food stamps? How many of y'all know that they're exploiting these some of these people that's got mental illness, some of these parents that has mental illness, some of them that's on drugs, addicted to drugs? How many of y'all know how they taking their children and then they take them up to 700 Elm Street here in Charleston, Missouri, or some of these local churches and have them reciting poetry and have them doing other things that the community think these leaders have taught them? But their parents had taught them, but their parents fell to the wayside, and they don't do like Jesus did. When he got 100 sheep in his fold, and 99 is doing good, he go back for those females, the one. That's what it counts. But see, when Jesus come back, all this popularity that they getting, showing that they giving out food, showing that they having these events, You see what I'm saying? All out in the open. When Jesus come back, he gonna say, when I was hungry, you didn't feed me. And these same people that you see in the newspaper all the time, all these people that I mentioned, they gonna say, when was you hungry and I didn't feed you? He said, when you done it to the least. You see what I'm saying? When you done it to the least. But another thing is, when you know God done called you to do something, when it seemed like the odds against you, you keep on going. See, a couple of my critics, they don't like the fact I'm 62 years old and still in good shape. You see what I'm saying? Still in good shape. I ain't breathing hard. You know why? Because God got me. Peace be still.